I also noticed that you are very, very entwined with the environment, and you really like to advocate for environmental issues. We've got World Environment Day that's up. In terms of fashion becoming eco-friendly and sustainable, and promoting the whole circularity of life and living, your comments on moving away from fast fashion labels, and opting for a more sustainable kind of choice in terms of fashion and style.
I think my relationship with environment issues probably goes back to the fact that I'm an ocean lover. Okay, I'm a diver. We're a family that loves the water, loves the sea. And I think that's where you actually see right in front of you how we are completely messing up our planet. We have one planet. And I think even being in the fashion industry, it's about caring for that planet, right? It's not only about saying, oh, I won't throw something here or whatever. Your fashion choices also determine your personal carbon footprint. So it's very important to figure out what you can do. And I feel there are a few simple things you can follow. Okay. The first being, which I think everyone has probably done in lockdown, is cleaning out their cupboards, right? Shop in your cupboard. We don't know. I mean, especially those of us who tend to buy impulsively. Firstly, that's a bad thing. I'm trying to cope with it. I'm not saying I'm perfect, so do that. Clean your cupboard, and you'll be amazed at the things that come out of it that you haven't worn. Or suddenly you look at it with a new perspective. Like you're like, oh, I never knew I would wear a pink blouse, but now I could team it up with this belt, or with like say the hoops you're wearing, and it feels more me today. So shop in your closet. Sort out things. What you're not wearing, donate, or even sell to a secondhand store, which leads me to secondhand shopping. We don't have to buy everything new. Buy sparingly used clothes. I mean, they all have a story, and that's a cycle, right? It goes back to someone else buying it, and do that. Then another thing that I think is great fun, and we used to do it back at Vogue as well, amongst the fashion girls when there were a lot of them there, is we'd swap clothes. So if you were going on a trip, I'd give you my nicest things. If I was going, you'd give me that. Or even like for dress up occasions, like a wedding, like you don't need to buy 50 outfits as a guest, So share your clothes with your best friends, and share your accessories if you don't want to share your clothes. I think that's a fun thing to do. So research a brand, see what kind of fabrics they're using, try and buy organic cotton, try and buy silk, natural fabrics, because synthetic fabrics give off a microfiber. And when they're washed, that is so microscopic that even your drain doesn't catch it. And that's what goes back into the ocean. So be cautious of that. And also, that leads me, so that's one way of spoiling, that's the ocean, but also landfills. That's something that, we can't avoid. So maybe if you don't just throw your clothes in the garbage, donate them somewhere. Let their life cycle continue. And coming back to what I was saying is like, think for yourself. Do I really want this? Do I really need it? And when I say that, I don't think you only have to think about dress up clothes. Also think about your sloppy best. Like for me, I buy more like chilled out, easy clothes, because I'll use that much more. So then, invest in those, make sure it's the right quality, do all that. And see, it's all an onward journey. None of us can do this overnight, right? We have to try. And then what else? Repair. You don't have to, if it's very often, you'll see some seam has opened and we'll just ignore that shirt for 5 years. Don't do that. Just little stitch it up. We have darzis everywhere. It's so easy for us in life. Get a button replaced. Do that. Alter. If you've changed shape or size, alter something. I mean, I remember wearing my grandfather, who was a big man's clothes in college all the time, because I thought oversized was cool. So, reverse it, do whatever works, and vintage, buy vintage, so